Hello students, today I am going to explain you chapter 2 of history from trade to territory. In this chapter I will explain about the end of the Mughal Empire and the what arise of the East India Company. Did you know that the British originally came as a small trading company and it had acquired territories? How then did they come to be master of a vast empire? In this chapter, we will see how this came about and also learn how East India Company came into power, how trade expanded, how new rules for business were implemented, and also about the Battle of Plassey, etc. So there was end of Mughal rule. Aurangzeb was the last of powerful Mughal rulers. He was followed by a succession of weak rulers after his death in 1707. Thus the empire broke up under various jamidars and subedars. Nobody was left and who was the powerful. After his death, Bahadur Shah Jafar was the last Mughal ruler. After Aurangzeb's death, the Bengal Nawabs asserted their power and autonomy. Murshid Quli Khan was followed by Alivardi Khan and then by Sirajuddaulah as the Nawab of Bengal. The conflicts led to confrontation and finally culminated in the famous Battle of Plassey. So, the last powerful Mughal ruler was Aurangzeb, and after his death in 1707, Bahadur Shah Jafar became the last Mughal ruler. Many Mughal governors, Subedar, and big zamindars began asserting their authority and establishing regional kingdoms. By the second half of the 18th century, a new power emerged on the political horizon. After that, the East India Company in 1600 acquired a charter from the ruler of England, Queen Elizabeth I, granting the company sole right to trade with the East. According to the charter, the company could venture across the oceans looking for new lands and to buy goods at a cheaper price and carry them back to Europe to sell at higher prices. The Portuguese established their presence on the western coast of India and had their base in Goa. By the early 17th century, the Dutch were exploring the possibility of trade in the Indian Ocean, and very soon the French arrived on the scene. All the companies are interested in buying the same things. The fine qualities of cotton, silk, pepper, cloves, cardamom were in great demand. The urge to secure markets led to fierce battles between the trading companies. Trade was carried on with arms and trading posts were protected through fortification. After that, in 1751, the first English factory was set up. It was the base from which the companies traded, known as factors, operated in the warehouse. After that, the company by 1696 built a fort around the settlement. The company continuously tried to press for more concession and manipulate existing privileges. The conflict between the company and the Nawab of Bengal intensified. The Bengal Nawabs refused to grant the company concession, demanded large tribute for the company's right to trade, and denied it any right to mint coins, and stopped it from extending its fortifications. They also claimed that the company was depriving the Bengal government of huge amounts of revenue and undermining the authority of the Nawab. The conflicts led to confrontation and finally culminated in the famous Battle of Plassey. So, after that, what happened? The Battle of Plassey was a great victory of British East India Company over the Nawab of Bengal and his French army. Battle helped Britishers to establish British rule in India for the next 2 centuries. The battle took place on June 23, 1757 at Plassey, West Bengal on the bank of Bhagirathi River, about 150 km north of Calcutta near Murshidabad. When the capital of the Nawab of Bengal, the opponent was Sirajuddaulah, the last independent Nawab of Bengal. It was the what scene of the Battle of Plassey. Thank you. Have a nice day.